Good afternoon. Hope everybody's having a great day. Look at the potatoes that froze off. Of course, these aren't the actual ones that froze off. I replanted. And hopefully we'll have a bountiful crop. It's hard to tell when you need to keep to water these grow bags. But I saw a homesteading channel, a young woman had her grow bags sitting in kiddie pools. Where all your nutrients and everything leach out when you water. It's collected in those kiddie pools and the plants can still absorb it. And I thought that was just genius. I raked back the leaves on those potatoes I threw out from the kitchen and covered with leaves, and there's potatoes under there. That's amazing. I know. And I pulled up some of my beans because I realized I had them planted way too thick. And these potatoes here are not getting a lot of sun. They only get maybe 2 hours a day. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. As May comes around, the sun will be coming back further toward me, so they'll get more. And these are all younger potatoes that I planted weeks after those over there was planted. This is just some red potatoes that I bought at the store. I have no idea what they are. You can tell they're not red Norlands because look at the difference in the leaves of this and the leaves of those. So we'll see together, I guess. Somehow some tomato seeds got down in here. I don't know what they are. I really don't know how they got there. I wouldn't have planted tomatoes in with the potatoes. That's two nightshades. You wouldn't want to grow those together. And I got about 3 collard plants in here that the potatoes have just overtaken. So I need to take them out, transplant them, and try to find a shady spot for them because it's already warmer than all collard greens likes it, I can tell you. I don't like collard greens, but my son does, and I watered this yesterday, but it all looks like it needs water again today. That's the only thing I find wrong with this growing things in these grow bags. They just dry out so quickly. We were supposed to have gotten rain yesterday, but we didn't. Forgive me, we did get about 30 drops. It sprinkled, but it never truly rained. I have not grown these beans before. And these tops are beginning to look like they're going to put on runners of some sort. So if that's a runner bean, which I don't think giant lima beans are runner beans, but since I haven't grown them before, we'll find out together. I'll have to put some kind of fencing around this for them to run on. And I have truly ran out of fencing, and it's just so expensive to try to buy. I'll have to make do with whatever I can. I may just drive in a couple of those. I'm in the sun. That's not a good position to be. It's hot. Plus it messes with the camera. I'll have to put some of that rebar in, I guess, and just run some string for them to run on. I got about 3 cucumbers that I planted in the side, was just going to let them run over the side. But I don't know if that's going to work out. I'm trying to crowd everything I can into everywhere I can. Because as you all know, if you've been to the grocery store lately, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Something has totally eaten that tomato. Now, what would you think would like tomatoes plants? I have oak trees growing in everything where the squirrels either buried acorns in the bags or they fell in there when the acorns fell. My pumpkins are beginning, winter squash, they're not pumpkins. They're beginning to take off. There's some butternut and Seminole there, I think. There may even be one fairy tale pumpkin. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. All of this here, where all these weeds are, is about to be planted. And I'm going to use the only fertilizer I have that didn't cost me anything that these girls gave me. I've been composting some so it's not hot, or it shouldn't be hot. And I'm going to just fork this up loosely, take out what weeds I see and find, and see what I can grow on that fence that the chickens don't eat. They will eat anything that goes up the fence that they like the taste of. But I'm going to give it a try. I want them to have some greens anyway, so, if they get half of it and I get half of it, I'll be happy with that. And the little apple tree that I transplanted, I put some mycorrhizal fungi on the roots and everything when I planted it, and it was the wrong time to move it, but I realized it was way too close to the other tree. It was just sitting there not doing anything, but it's coming out of the kinks now. It's putting on new foliage, so I think we got to go there. A thumbs up. Well, I don't have much today except for just what's going on in my tiny little garden here. I'm doing the best I can with what I got, and that's what everybody is doing, I think, the best they can with what they have. I tell you what, oak leaves take a long time to break down, but once they do, they make very, very good soil. I'm beginning to wonder now if I don't have some blight in these potatoes. They were seed potatoes, supposed to be certified blight-free and all this good stuff, but I'm seeing signs that I don't like, things that I don't like to see. They're not old enough to be ready to harvest, I don't think. I put them in February, but if you remember, they froze, so I had to replant. Except for one of these didn't freeze, and it was in this pot, so I might have to dig this pot early before I want to. I'm going to let them die completely. I'm not going to mess with them until I see, that I've got to take them out if I want to be able to store the potatoes. And I'm so disappointed in my onions. They're not going to be very big. I didn't put on a lot of foliage. I didn't give them enough nitrogen. I was afraid to give them a lot of that chicken fertilizer. I was afraid that was just too much nitrogen. But I realized I should have worked it in way before I wanted to plant onions, and it would have been good. But you live and learn, don't you? I hope we learn. If we don't, we might keep making the same mistakes. Well, I am going to cut this off here and give a lot of this stuff a drink of water. I'm supposed to have rain coming in. Look at the oak trees growing here. All of that little slightly burgundy color stuff is brand new little oak trees. Look, from these. I pull these up out of the planters. It's ridiculous how easy those acorns will sprout. God bless. I hope everybody's having a great week. It's hump day for all you guys at work. Some of us don't work, we're retired, but still hump day for us too. God bless.